Are you excited to see Pee-wee's house?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're in South Pasadena. We're not gonna go inside. They didn't film the inside there. We're at the street where they filmed Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Paul Rubens' big feature film debut, Tim Burton's first big feature, even Danny Elfman's first feature that he scored. Great movie from the 80s. It literally captured lightning in a bottle. A wonderful film. So we're gonna take a look around and go check it out. And we're gonna check out a couple other locations from the latest Pee-wee's Big Holiday as well while we're out here. So let's take a look. Right. Here we are right here. Pee-wee's house. Obviously it's yellow now. Used to be red in the movie. You know, and I think I really like, in the movie he's got all these cool props all over the place. Kind of inspired me for my Halloween stuff. I mean, if I can do it year round, but this is it right here. Pee-wee's house. Do you guys remember this from the movie?
Yeah.
And then Pee-wee comes out and he turns on the sprinkler, gets his neighbor pretty good. His neighbor didn't seem to be bothered by it. All this stuff here, the trees, all this stuff line up. This corner right here is where Francis tries to buy the bike. And then, yep, down there, what's that? Is that where he goes and gets his bicycle out of the bushes? So let's take a look, guys. All this stuff lines up the tree line and everything. Even the mailbox is in the same spot. And there's that keypad where he, down there where he goes to get the bicycle. I know you are, but what am I? Scout's too shy. But this is where it happens. Francis tries to buy the bike. Kind of ironic because Pee-wee says he wouldn't sell it for all the money in the world. The prop bike actually sold for tens of thousands of dollars. I think there were 10 made for the film. But yeah, this is where Tim Burton made his feature film debut. Same with Paul Rubens. And down here, I don't want to get invasive. This is private property, but down here is where the keypad was, and to the right, you could see the bushes are no longer there, but that's where he retrieved his bicycle. You guys, what do you think of Pee-wee's bike and Pee-wee's house? What do you think? Give me a high five. Yeah. So right here, Francis comes out here, and that's where they have their conversation. Pee-wee drops on the ground laughing. I think one of my favorite lines from that scene is when Francis tells him to listen to reason, and he just puts his ear out and says, "Shh, I'm listening to reason." Lily, say, "I'm listening to reason."
I'm listening to reason.
No, all right. Pretty cool stuff, and it's very cool to be standing here in such a historic spot. You know, you can see some of the neighbor's house from the film as well in the background. But yeah, all this stuff's still here. Wee Herman, and it's just sad to think that he passed away so recently. Such a enormous talent. But this is it. Another cool spot. It's actually right down the street from Pee-wee's house. If we turn around and look, this is where Pee-wee is. He's doing his kind of bike stunt where he has his legs hanging over the bicycle, kind of getting dangerous. As he comes down the street, he accidentally crashes his bike and does like a flip. He goes right into this house right here. And again, it's located right down the street from his house. And this is where the kids are kind of looking at him and laughing. And he just says, "I meant to do that." Kind of a funny scene, of course. But, you know, a little bit of changes here and there, but you can still line it up and it still looks pretty much exact to the movie. Trees and stuff are all still the same and everything, same facade. But that's where that scene happened right here, right down the street from Pee-wee's original filming location house. Okay, we're at another really cool Pee-wee spot. Behind me, you can see the dinosaurs. There's birds around too. We got the big dinosaurs from Pee-wee. And right behind me is where the diner once stood. Sadly, years ago, the diner got demolished because it was all run down. Some of the area is still kind of standing, and you can still see the sign, the Wheel-In Restaurant, which is up there, right up there. The dinosaurs, they were put in as an attraction way back when to try and attract people to the restaurant. But now it's kind of flipped in 180. Now there is no diner. Now the attraction is the dinosaurs. So the guy who put it in here, he bought the land. almost like a century, almost I think back in the 50s or 60s. Bought it for $5,000 and put in the dinosaurs. He sculpted a bunch of it, and we're taking a look now. Here it is. Here's the foundation and everything. So let's take a look at the sign and walk around and see the diner up close. So there's the original sign that you see in the movie. Pee-wee gets dropped off right here and sits down right around here inside the restaurant where he says, "Large Marge sent me." Let's go take a look. So here it is. Unfortunately, much of it was torn down, but this is where Pee-wee sits down at the diner. He realizes his wallet's gone, and prior to that, Large Marge drops him off right over there, and he gets out, and you see the dinosaurs in the background. Pretty crazy thing about that scene, if you're watching it, Large Marge never blinks once during the entire scene with Pee-wee. It's kind of creepy, but if you watch it, she never blinks. Kind of a cool little trivia. Let's go take a look at the front. And again, the sign still stands, and right out front here, that's where Pee-wee gets dropped off, and he goes inside the restaurant. And then there's the gas station back there. That's where, obviously it's been updated, but that's the gas station Andy's filling up at. And as Andy is filling up at the gas station, that's where he sees Pee-wee and Simone over here. And he's not too happy with what he sees. He's very protective of Simone. So that's where that goes on. And again, here's the dinosaurs. Cool, it says, "I love you." They do little painted themes. Another cool thing about these dinosaurs are featured in a lot of music videos, and you'll see them in a really cool movie from the 80s called The Wizard. If you haven't seen that one, excellent movie. I highly recommend checking it out as well. It's another classic. But yeah, here we are. We're gonna go up and see here, and there's the leg where Andy takes a swipe at Pee-wee. And what's your favorite thing about Pee-wee?
It's a great movie, and it has these dinosaurs, like how it's glowing in the dark. And then...
Yeah, and at night when they're all lit up, it's a very cool shot.
Yeah.
Look how big these things are. So cool. And right there, that's where Andy takes his swipe and chases Pee-wee off, and he goes running down across right over there where the train tracks are, and hops on the train. And that's where he sees the hobo, who's also well known from Halloween 4 as Mr. Sayer.
We go inside the dinosaur.
Look at that. It says, "Be mine." And cool thing they did recently is they had him, when Paul Rubens passed away, they had him wearing the Pee-wee suit, which was really cool, as a tribute to Pee-wee. There he is. Look how big this guy is. Look at his feet. Look how the claws. Dun, dun, dun. He's in there. Whoa, look at that. And this is where they come out of, right here, this railing. That's where Pee-wee and Simone exit. And right around here is where Andy spots them. And he grabs a thing to attack them, and he runs off. Check it out. This is it. This is where, Pee-wee and Simone come out. Andy gets very frustrated. I think it's the same, at least this railing's the same here. This is it. We're inside the T-Rex. We're inside the T-Rex. Watch your step. Hold on to the railing. Hold on to the railing. Come on. That's where he sits. Smile. We are inside the dinosaur head. Isn't that cool? So cool. All right, so another cool location. We're gonna go see the other Pee Wee Herman house. Kind of a crazy fact, but you know, Pee Wee hasn't been on film for 28 years. So this was his comeback movie, and unfortunately his last movie. So we're gonna go take a look at the other house and check it out. And this right here is it. This is the house from Pee Wee's Big Holiday. Came out in 2016. So this is the exteriors. If you can see from the rooftop, this is where he wakes up in the morning. And when Pee Wee wakes up, he comes out of the top of the roof. So they actually made obviously a CG opening for the roof, and he has the air balloon, and he comes up out of the air balloon, and then the air balloon pops, and he comes down off the driveway. And when he comes down off the driveway, you know, that's where he kind of begins his adventure, riding down the street in that little car, and the tire falls off and everything. So we'll take a look at that. But yeah, this is it right here. Right after Pee Wee meets his new friend at the soda shop at the ice cream store, Pee Wee's literally standing right here, right next to this tree, as he waves goodbye to his friend, who goes off on the motorcycle, which kickstarts his Big Holiday. Are you guys excited to see Pee Wee's house? Right here, this is Pee Wee's house. Remember, he comes flying out the top in the air balloon, and this right here, Scout, right in this spot, that's where Pee Wee stood. Stand there. Look at me. Wave goodbye. Bye, bye, bye. And then they speed off down the street. That's very cool.
Where was the air balloon?
Air balloon was up top there, and again, it was like a CG roof. So he comes out of there. It's very cool. And it's literally, Pee Wee's house is literally walking distance to the South Pasadena Library. And just to the right of that is where they filmed John Carpenter's Halloween, Laurie Strode's house. And a lot of these trees and such can actually be seen in the movie, just down the street there. So here we are at another cool spot. Pee Wee is riding his little car down the street, and this house right here, he actually drives right through it. And then that neighbor's house there, that's where he sees the little kids playing in the front, and they're kind of laughing at him. But he goes right through that door there and through the other side.